Recorded March 3rd, 2025. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Brody. How's everyone doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Doing not too shabby.
Brody, you've known this. We've been doing the show for how long? I'm gonna go to bed at 8:30, wake up at 4. So this is afternoon for me of sort. So feeling good. Having a good time. Yes. Ray, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. We did some loot bag prep for my 5-year-old. She's turning 6 next week. She's gonna have a party, so that's super fun. Got some capstone work out of the way, but it's still overwhelming. Right there at the edge of the line. Lots of follow up from our Defender Experts webinar. That was super fun, and we're planning the third one. Got some partner threads developing there. So all good stuff. Grueling, but these are worthwhile, rewarding adventures to have. How about you?
Actually a fairly good weekend. Got a lot of home geek stuff taken care of. So took some advice from what Noodle was talking about, to just shout out to you, Noodle, to get my environment prepped, to help me with some cribble data ingestion, fixed another firewall. Was cleaning out the house and found stuff that made me realize how long I've been doing this. I found like a Windows 7 Ultimate CD and a couple of other things, and some XP and some old Novell discs. So just cleaning up the house, really relaxing. Didn't really go out and do anything. Watch some hockey, and that was pretty good this week. Not much to become a basketball person. What else did I do? I broke something downstairs in the lab. I can't remember what it was. Oh, realized I didn't send you and or Brody your FIDO keys that I promised you. So I got to send yours. Ray, Rod has his, and I was looking down. I think what paralyzed me was I didn't know which one you would like. I got the UB one, and I got something called the Teachers. I think I'll send you the cooler one that has the USB-C and the USB-A on yours, and that way you'll have all three. And Brody, I'll send you the other Ubico key here. So
I didn't know you were going to send those.
Yeah, I saw the set and got behind on it, and I got to take care of my podcasty family here. So Ray will get the super cool one that has all the things. You and I'll get the little basic one. Oops, that was broken. Brody will get that one.
Also mentioned because I was on the Blue Security podcast with Adam Brewer and Andy John, who was a guest on the show. It was Edward. It was when you and Rod were unable to participate, so it was me and Brody just wreaking havoc, and that was a lot of fun. It doesn't drop until Tuesday, so I was going to keep it, tight-lipped. But we're just, this is an adventure today, coming in at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I just thought I would plant some seeds and share that with the folks out there. But this is, I just wanted to give a shout out to you, Edward, specifically, because it was this time last year when I was a guest, and I have never done any public speaking previously. I would hide from being on video. I had to get those reps in. So I'll get emotional if I start talking about it too much, but it was a life-changing experience. And thank you for bringing me on as a co-host. And again, I'm very appreciative. And Brody, you were there too. So thank you.
Brody was there. Brody played a small part.
Brody was
very small part.
Yeah,
but it was all coming together now. So I'm just, it's kind of like faced with it and being in it, and it's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
The year goes like that. Gone.
Yeah.
Just didn't know. Next thing you know, Brody's having kids and all this other stuff. So
yeah, well, I mean, there's
not
so
related.
much to say there.
These are not related.
Well, there's so much to say there. So, like, first off, Ray, it's been awesome, and I acknowledge the anniversary, which I also lost track of. I can't believe it's been a year, and that's super awesome that you got to go on Blue Security Podcast. That's a fun show to be on, and I'm looking forward to watching that because I'm sure it'll be entertaining knowing you and them. So congrats for having that opportunity. And before I get into the weekend super quick, and then we get to our guest, it was my baby just turned 9 months yesterday, and it's flown by. But it's been amazing. So yeah, time does fly when things are rolling. So enjoy every day, every minute of every day. I took a 3-day weekend to take our little girl to the zoo. I've never been to the zoo in Calgary before, so that was adorable. She really liked the hippos and the polar bears. And on Saturday, we went to a banquet, which is the banquet was for the supporting the wild sheep population in Alberta. And so it was a very interesting, super fun time. I won a jacket on a draw, and there was a live auction and a dinner, and all kinds of people from all across Alberta there. So it was very interesting. And then yesterday, honestly, it was just we took a little girl to gymnastics, and I think I fell asleep sometime around 7 p.m. I was just super tired. So here we are, Monday. Great.
It is Monday. I am feeling good because the planet is on the right side of the sun. So daylight saving, whatever happens next week, spring forward. I don't mind losing an hour. I gotta have more solar. I'm solar powered, man. Thermonuclear man.
Don't get me started. We should go back to standard time all the time and have more sun in the morning. That is what humans need. So, but I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole another episode. Let's get our guest on.
Let's get our guest on.
I'm excited for our guest.
There we are. Hello.
A Microsoft security guru all up. MVP several times over. We got her name, pronounced correctly. Femke. Now, who's going to take a shot at her last name? Cornelissen?
Cornelissen.
Okay. So welcome to the Microsoft Security Insights Podcast Show. This is our 3rd year in Women in Cyber Month. You are our first guest.
Great. Thank you so much.
Introduction, please.
Yes, of course. And I heard things about public speaking, and I heard things about being tired, young kids, all that kind of things I can talk about with you as well. But let's start with an introduction. My name is Femke Cornelissen. I live in the Netherlands, so for me it's afternoon right now. I have 2 young children, one of 4 and one of 6. One of them is beside me, so I feel a little bit like a bad mom right now doing this and with a child with me. But that's and what I really love is sharing everything what I know. So sharing all the knowledge that I learn, making content around it. Microsoft community is really important for me, helping me to learning new things as well and share all that kind of information. And I really like to do it with other people as well. So who are starting in this journey, I want to help them with speaking. I want to help them with doing the first things right there and helping them as well. For example, with getting a certification or starting to public speaking or just want to go to a conference. I think a conference is as well really sometimes for some people really hard. So I try to help as much as possible, and I do that with a lot of people around the world. So I'm really enjoying that.
To hear that you help, and that's one of your passions, I would like to understand, was that same type of help given? Because it sounds like from what I did for my homework, that's tech and cybersecurity was not your, career first choice.
No, that's true.
Give us some background on that.
Yeah, I'm now 12 years in tech. Before that, I had my own company as a photographer, so totally different. I worked in Dubai and as well in New York at that time, and as well in the Netherlands, of course. And I learned that I want to start a family, and I want.
It's fine.
Yes. You want some apple? So I want a family and I want to be more at home. So this is it, right on the podcast. So I thought, okay, photographer is probably not the thing that I always wanted to do. So I had a customer of mine that I was really fun to be there with lots of great people, and it was in tech. And they said, okay, you can have a role as a marketeer. So I started there as a marketeer, and I did a lot of other things as well. Security, when there was a security issue, I could get in it and analyze it. Sometimes I did when people had, like, when there are new things coming out from Microsoft perspective, I did some blog posts on it and I wrote that for other people, and then I learned a lot from that. And there started, I think, my passion for it, and people asking, okay, can you also share more about what you learned, and can you go to that customer and share your presentation about what's coming, what's new, and what is the best practice. So then I started like full-time in tech, and I think it's the best choice ever because it's going really fast in tech, and you can always learn and you can do a lot of things. And I'm always swapping like every 2 years from the one to another. Hey, Rod. Hello from Copenhagen. Great. So it's really nice to be in tech. And I'm always searching for, okay, what can I do? What is the best in my career? What is my next step? And I think a lot of people are searching for that. So that's why I'm trying to help as well on that next step. And it's really important that you have some allies around you, because it's also can be a difficult area to be in.
You talked about that journey, and you went from doing the done information technology things to actually IT and then to cyber. How did you skill yourself up? I'm always fascinated how people learn their trade. Was it traditional? Was it being mentored to? What was it? A combination of both? Form of schooling? How eventually did you make the transition in skills?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's now more like, because I didn't have that skills, it probably helped me seeing that I can do everything and just want to focusing on what I actually like and do by doing and not only by learning. So I think that's helped me. But I see when you just really are motivated to learning new things, that motivation is, I think, one of the things that if you have that, like you want to be motivated, you want to learn some new things, and you always want to learn something new, you always come somewhere that you want, and you always find your next destination, or you always keep growing. But I had a few things that I always do, and probably it's not always a good thing, but what I always do is, like, in vacations, I want to have always an exam of Microsoft. I don't know why, but I always say to myself, when it's vacation, it's my turn to read a book at that time, or now Microsoft Learn, and then I get a certification afterwards, because that's my time to do that. But I think you also need a company that want to help you, want to see the benefits of you, want to say, okay, I want to invest in you as well, and want to help you in your journey. That's especially when you have like young kids, or it's not always normal. What my company did at that time is give me the study that I wanted at that time, and I did that in the evenings. And I think a lot of people don't get that opportunity, or don't ask if they can help. And I have had as well a mentor beside me who always helping me. And right now, a lot of people from Microsoft itself helps me with my journey to grow further in where I'm at now, and making next steps as well. I don't know what it is right now, but I have a lot of people around me who are really an ally and helping me in the journey.
Yeah, I can't figure out what to do day to day myself. So many cool things to do. You get distracted.
Femke, it sounds like you've had just an amazing support network, mentors, friends, colleagues, and something that you touched on really resonates with me, and that's redefining or reinventing what it is your focus is on in any given period of time, right? And I think that's an important trait to have when you're in security and technology, because there are curves. There's technology curves, there's adoption curves, there's hype. We're in the AI hype right now. One day the AI hype will turn into the standard, and there will be a new hype that we will all be on, right? And being able to pivot and be dynamic in what you specialize in and what you're learning is crucial for having a massive amount of success here. And I just want to say your journey is inspiring, and it really aligns with all of the more dedicated, professional, successful individuals that we've talked to and I've heard about in the industry. It's just always be learning, always be open to new things, expand your network. Yeah, you're nailing it. So thank you for sharing that story and that background, because I'm sure our listeners and viewers can understand what it takes to really succeed in those areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, great. And I think it's good to have like peers around you who understand why you're doing the things that you do. For example, like community for me is really important. And not everyone around me always knowing what it is to go to like a community event or flying for example, to Denmark early in the morning, like Wednesday, and flying back at late evening because you want to be there the next day for your children as well. Some people don't understand that you're doing that, but being there and with so many amazing people and sharing your story, for me, it's the best thing I can do and want to do. And when I'm sitting home and not being there, then I'm like, don't be happy at all, because I enjoy the people and learning new things, and I love the people around me. So that's fun. Yeah.
Would you say, Femke, that you've always, regardless of whether you're in your photographer role or as you evolved, did you always just have that innate hunger and ambition? And then taking a step back, do you feel that cyber as an industry is uniquely aligned to kind of support and nurture a woman who has that ambition? Because I can think of a couple of other industries or roles or functions where it can be a hardship to be ambitious and want to excel. Do you feel like you always had that desire, and cyber kind of was a good path for you because it supported your drive?
Yeah, I think it's always there. It was always in me that I'm ambitious and always want to grow. For example, like when I was a photographer, I won the Young Entrepreneur in the Netherlands award, and all kind of fun things. And you say, okay, why do you stop, and why you don't actually keep your company?
You're a business owner too, right?
Yeah, I was a business owner. Yeah,
you're doing it.
But it's I think it's me that is ambition and always want to do new things and always want to in the forefront and always want to explore. So that's definitely me. But I learned that from the last 2 years, I think, because I stopped and I want to make a family and I want to be more at home. And now I'm learning that I'm just love to travel as well and seeing the people and exploring new things and going out, and as well being with my family, and that it can be together as well. So that is me that have that ambition to do both. And you probably cannot do everything, but it's like finding the balance, and that's really nice. And I think the tech is something that can do that, and that you can find yourself in what kind of way what you really like. And for example, I think it's great to mention that as well. What we did in the Netherlands, and I'm really proud of that program. I don't know if you all heard about it, but we had the Women in Cyber program at Microsoft Netherlands. We started that, and it's an 8-week program for women who are not in cyber yet, but they don't know where to start, don't know what they want in cyber, because it's like, it feels like, okay, what is it? Probably something that that I can involve in, that it's always changing, that I can learn a lot, but so many different roles, you can do a lot. So we started that program in 8 weeks, and we share some inspiration stories there, and we start an 8-week program around the SC 900. So people getting certification, and we help them and they get mentorship. So after 8 weeks, they had a certification and they can start maybe at a partner, a Microsoft partner. So we involve them as well, and let that partner as well share the story. So, for example, Wordle, the company that I work for and where I am a chief co-pilot, is helping them. We say, okay, every year we want someone from that program in our company. And what you see is that they are so motivated and they really want to learn and they really want to find out who they are and what they like in cyber. It's really fun to do that. And we started that program that we thought, okay, we will see how many women will join. And we have now almost 300 women in 2 years that joins and finding out of cyber some things for them and finding a spot somewhere. Some of them started at Microsoft, some of them at a partner, but it's really amazing to do that. And we did that first in the Netherlands, but we have as well a lot of people from global that joining from Teams meetings. And one of the things that I really like is for example, when we have a graduation and we make there some fun stuff around it in the Microsoft Netherlands office. And one of the girls came from Paris and they say, okay, Femke, I'm here because of you, because I see you and I want to be you. I don't know what it is. And then I need to cry and I think, okay, but this is exactly why I do it, for being present in the Netherlands and sharing my story and who I am and why and what I learned, because I can inspire other people. And you need to think about that they are not working in tech already. They are, or like dentist, or they like all kind of different. They work at the reception at Microsoft, for example, all kind of different roles. So it's really fun to bring them all together. And next week we have, this week already, on Friday, we have a Women in IT Gala. So everyone is coming together and we make it like a big party with each other. And that kind of things I really enjoy doing. And I think it helps a lot to have like fun learning, peers around you who can help, and making a start in cyber.
No, that was very powerful. I'm sorry. I'm so fascinated, Femke. I know, Edward, you mentioned this earlier, and I'm curious. Was it, Femke, that you had a mentor that helped to encourage you specifically, and so you can go from being a business owner, a photographer, more on the creative side, and you can get technical, and you're going to leverage your talents, and you're going to be impactful, and you're going to make a difference? Did you have that kind of formative experience on your career path?
No, I didn't have that. Actually, it was more that I started like with a website, and then I just started to share what I learned, and then I didn't know what people think about it, and I always thought other people know better. So if I'm going to share, is this really what people waiting for? And when I started with that, with my own websites, I wanted to stop it a lot because I thought, okay, there were like not many people visiting it, not many people knowing around it. And I always thought people don't want to know what I'm doing. So why I'm putting this on LinkedIn that I have a new blog post or something like that. So that was my beginning. And then I get nominated as an MVP, and that was something that I've been nominated like almost 30 times. So a lot of the time they said that I'm not being there as an MVP already. Strakjes. Kijk eens. Water. Alsjeblieft.
And this is it. This is what it takes to be successful and balanced and have a family. And that's beautiful. I think this is precisely what the world is. Honestly, the community, like, you can do it. You can shift gears. You can, be poised and professional and have all of that content material in the conversation. And then in the same breath, And
Thank
not
you
everybody
for saying that.
no, it's true. And there,
I agree.
we have women who say, oh, well, if they don't have families, they shouldn't be held to that. And that's true. Everybody has their path. And this is a particularly complex one that you're managing. Just
the real world.
You've got it. It's very impressive.
So no, I didn't have like a lot of mentoring. I had something, but after that, I started the MVP nomination, and that's I asked to Microsoft in a program. Okay, what do I need to do different?
Yeah.
So for me, it felt like that the MVP award was something that I really wanted. Now I know it's not working like that. You doing the things that you like, and if you're doing the things that you like, you will get that nomination or you get that award. You don't need to see that as an ambition, I think. But at that time, I saw that different because I'm a lady that really wants to go for something, and I really want that. Yeah.
No, I love this. This is even the true hero's journey where you didn't. Sometimes people extend the legacy that has been provided to them or built around them, and they say, okay, this makes sense, it's just a natural development. Whereas you did not have that foundation. You put it together through your own sweat, and I'm sure you had to face a lot of obstacles, overcome them. You said, listen, it should be easier for other people. So yeah. you didn't have that kind of springboard or hands to walk with you on your journey, but you're the one reaching out and bringing other people along and saying it should be easier and more straightforward for them. I'm going to do what I can. So that's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's true. I think I share what I learned and what I learned in that journey, and I hope I can help others as well. So it's fun. After that, I did a lot when I was a lot of times nominated. I asked someone like a coach from, okay, what can I do different, or what can I do another way? And she said, you just need to do what you love, and you don't need to fixate that like you need to do everything every day, a new blog post, or you need to share a lot. It's not that. You need to do what you like and start focusing on that and not on that. For example, awards. So I let it go, and 2 months later, I had my award, and there it was. So it was really funny. But I need
do what
to
you
say,
love, right? Do what you love.
Yeah, do what
I love
you
that
love.
advice. Yeah, why not? You got to enjoy what you're doing. Otherwise, it's not fun.
Yeah. Straks een appel. He wants an apple. I don't know, an apple.
Oh no, well, that's a bummer. That's always.
Yes. I can have like an apple like my phone, but I don't think so.
That's a funny joke. That's a mom joke. I like it. That's a good
one. I see that you're listed as Chief Copilot, but I find that I see a web link associated, and it's Team Copilot Netherlands. What is Team Copilot?
Yeah, it's actually a funny story because we started, me and a colleague, and we are both MVP. We were at, I think that time, where we are, Prague, and we were there on an event, and we said, okay, like 2 years ago, we really want to make more content around AI because we missed that. En strakjes, schat. Nou, straks kijken. And so we said we're going to start that, and we make a website, and we will see what it is. Start to make some content and build it up. So we did it, and it's funny because we thought about a name, and we thought about the Copilot Studio or Copilot Studio, and we did it. And like 3 weeks later, Microsoft came with a name, Copilot Studio, and we thought, oh no, now we need to change everything because we build our website and we do it by ourselves. It's not like someone else is building it. We do all that kind of things by ourselves, make a logo and all kind of. It's a lot of work. Like in the evenings, for example, we do. So then we thought, okay, we go to make a different name. and that was Team Copilot. And after that, Microsoft came with a new name, Team Copilot. But we let it this way, so I hope no one is listening and say, okay, you need to change your name again. But it's a website that we use. Where we make a lot of content, for example, like around Copilots, from data security as well, from adoption side, strategy side. So everything that we learn, and the thing that is really working well is our cheat sheets. So we make sheets with how you can use Copilot, or for example, prompting, but as well data security. And what we see is that a lot of things are shared so high and so big, and we try to bring that in one like sheet, so that's for everyone is really easy to understand what is like purview, or what is data security, or what is for example prompts, and how can you make a good prompt. So bring that all together on that website, and I think a lot of people are enjoying that, because it goes sky high. So from no viewers on my website, now I have my own URL of Microsoft that calls aka ms/Femke and goes yeah, to the websites as well. So it's really funny. Yeah, it's like we work like every evening we work on that, and making content and making new things, and finding out what we learn, and share that. But one of the other things is as well bringing more people in it. So I have a woman from Miami who is going to start with speaking and want to start in the Microsoft community, and she has so many great other views as well. So I bring her in it, and now we have like how not to use Copilot. So everyone knows how to use Copilot. Everyone is sharing, but we're sharing how not to use it. And actually, people really learning from that if they understand how not to use. So it's fun to find new ways, and sharing our learnings there, and being. Yeah, try to be like a website that you go to for everything around Copilot from all the different parts.
Yeah, your presence is quite across quite a few websites. I'm seeing the tech community at Microsoft. I think I just showed your own website here. You're also that was there, and you were in 2024 speaking at a bunch of events. So I'm sort of just looking at all the things you have across. I'm looking at your cheat sheet for the data security. Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of those ideas. I'll give full credit. I'll put some good ideas in there. Really
great.
You've done something over the 3 years that we've done the Women in Cyber that seems to be very consistent. At least one, perhaps two, at least two that of guests that we've had on, that they go on and create additional things to get other women in cyber. And I'm going back. I was looking at the previous 2 years, and last year we had two individuals on. Lauricia, she was doing Women in Cyber Latin America, and we had mispronounced her name, Kalan, out of Africa. I believe she was doing it too. And that seems to be a common theme around women who get to be very senior, to get very established, to want to then turn around and bring others. And I applaud that. In the industry where it seems like everybody just, you get yours, nobody else is looking out for you, just go. You take the time to come back and then help those so they don't have to go through that same, they can choose a path, but you can help them navigate a path that, that's not as bumpy of a sort to be able to do it. Sunshine right in my eyes. But thank you for that. That's the common thing,
Nice.
Seeing women come in to put more women into this industry that definitely needs that insight and that skill. How do you find the time?
Yeah, that's always difficult.
You're
welcome. One moment. Strakjes mag jij even kijken, oké? Like in Dutch, you all smile is very funny. But how you find the time? Yeah, it's not always easy, but I think it's everything what you get back is the most important, and it's all worth it. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How many time you put in it. But for example, I don't sport or do other things, so I'm working.
I was going to ask, like, you have an artist spirit, which means you still be like, you know, people who are like, this is my competition regimen, etc. But you have a spark inside that I imagine if you don't create, it does not feel good. So getting your perspective out there.
Yeah.
I get it. I've been there.
Milo, straks. Ga maar eens even bellen. Okay.
I will also want to commend you on mentioning the fact that you were nominated at least 30 times. You've won MVP many times. I like that you unapologetically mention that, because I know people who are clawing their way to, oh yes, Femke, yes. And I think you continue to say that, because it normalizes, yes, you know, you can do a lot of different things. You don't need to fit a particular mold. You don't need to have come up through the ranks of, here I am, the cybersecurity practitioner extraordinaire. You can be multifaceted and still be impactful, still be about your business. And you don't need to feel shy or ashamed of having that power and that clout in the industry and people knowing who you are. So again, nominated at least 30 times. You've won it many times. And sky's the limit. How many more? You know, I'm ready.
Of course. Yeah, really nice. And I hope I can help a lot of people doing the same. And for example, like when we watch the MVPs in the Netherlands, we have like 12 women and 185, I think, men. So we really need to have more examples. We need more role models in it. So I do my best to be one. And I need to say it's not always easy, because people, and I think it's also good to mention that it's not always easy to put your head somewhere above and sharing your story or doing things like this or always be present everywhere. But it's as well the good things is as well really nice. So
yeah, I love it. I think that you are everything that a woman in power who has that particular, you know, again, not everybody wants to have that family situation, and that's all well and good. I'm somebody who can really personally relate to this, and it is very impressive and inspiring to me. And you are setting the bar. Like, I'm thinking, how can I help establish and grow a community that brings women together, not just have a talk track about it, but have something with action and that has tangible impact. I love that you are, when I say artist at heart, that's not undermining the fact that you are a tech expert. It's just that you create, and then you bring other people into your vision, right? And you are you're able to translate what might be pretty complex, sophisticated information in a way where they get it. Like, oh, thanks, Femke. Thank you. I got it. Like, and I think that is a superpower. And to put yourself at the forefront of it and be unapologetic, I want more of. That's why I'm always like, yes, Femke. On LinkedIn, I'm like, yes. When Rod said that you were coming to join us, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, this is a big deal, because you are a big deal and you are comfortable. Not everybody is. And that's something, again, like learning that from you. If you could write a book about tactically how to do it, I would be the first person in line asking for your autograph.
That's very nice. Thank you so much. But I need to say, it's not only me. I have a lot of people around me and a lot of people helping me in this journey. So I think it's finding your peers and finding the people around you with the same interest and the same things that they want to achieve. That's the best part, I think. And for example, what I'm doing, I'm working a lot together, for example, like Expert Life, where Rod is now. He's like Expert Life Denmark, where I'm going as well on Wednesday. So what I do, for example, is helping as well from the Expert Life side to making new Expert Life visible and making them starting them. So I'm working now on, like, for example, Expert Life New York. So
okay,
maybe we're going to see you.
I will be right there.
So we have now like 15 different countries that we have. And in the Netherlands, we have almost 2,500 people who are coming to our conference. So it's amazing to do that as well. You do that together.
Yes, very much. I put the link of your ebook, Mastering Copilot Prompts. Definitely will fill in the information and get me a copy of that ebook. Can never prompt well enough. I see it. You're at Warthel. I guess I could say that it's on your LinkedIn site. But we've had another guest. I can't quite place the person's name who works there alongside you. He's been on the show too. So I got to go back and pick my brain about who else works there that's been on the show. I love the site, and it seems like in your security you focus on data security. Is that like the superpower between yourself and your colleague? I can't get his name quite yet, but he was on your website.
Maarten or Jeroen?
Yes, I believe that's Team Copilot is yourself and Joren. Did I say his name right?
Yeah, Jeroen. Yes.
Okay. So,
yeah, it's really nice to do that together. My son is crying at the moment.
He wants that apple. You got to get him that
I
apple.
want an apple, but I don't have an apple.
If I could send you one, we would.
Yeah.
So Edward, like building on your question there, it seems like there's a big data security focus right
data
now.
Security, yeah. That seems to be the big thing with around Security Copilot rather than the threat stuff. The data security seems to be where sweet spot is landing these days. So being able to do that, and I apologize. The son decides it's just going to sneak through everything and get.
It's okay, Edward. You look great. You look great, Edward. Yeah. Well, Edward, I mean, just giving Femke a little room here. You were just on our last show talking about the new Purview DSPM for AI features and capabilities. Femke, are these areas that you and your team are working on from the latest Ignite announcements? Some of the governance and data security around AI within the Azure environment.
Yes, I'm so sorry because he's crying. Do you have one moment?
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. Take your time. No, it's all good. I was just trying to keep your question going there, Edward.
Yeah. It seems to be the thing, Brody and Ray, that we were talking about when you're starting to do things like threat hunting and everything. Sometimes it seems very abstract unless you find something, evidence of proof or whatever. And then people are intimidated by it because it seems so hard, right? It can be hard, but when you're looking at using security to actually quantify, is it classified? Is it not classified? Is it sensitive? Is it not sensitive? And where is the data? Now you're starting to get people who go, okay, now I can see some value in this stuff because I didn't know that data existed in that capacity to be able to be transported. I think in the show notes, I took a bunch of things around data security and how you can prevent AI from, all these various AI tools. I got them in the show notes, and you can do a lot of stuff in the Microsoft Defender stack. So I'll put some links in there where you can use, I was still going to be my favorite from show day one, MCAS or MDCA, MDE, Purview, and all these things. I'm also going to grab a bunch of the show notes from her site to put in there. Also, the cheat sheets are actually pretty cool. Yeah. So I bookmarked those to be able to go back and do those things.
Nice.
Ray, when you guys are doing your fireside chat, what are you hyper focusing on? I guess. Hey. Oh, he's shy. Look at he's like,
he's not feeling well.
Just try to do something like this.
Right. Here's always one we got to get him in young.
That's true. The other one is just wanted all the time in the camera. So when I make some content, he is coming out of bed and he's staying behind me saying, now it's my turn. I say, no, you're going
to. I want my 15 minutes in the spotlight always. You were mentioning, going back to you getting ready to head over to the experts symposium day after tomorrow. What are you presenting on?
Yeah, what we do in at the Expert Live, yes. Oh, it's a funny one. What we're going to do is talking about Super Mario. So we have the team Super Mario, and we're talking about like the princess that need to be. We need to catch the princess and help her. And that is what we're going to do with data security, with preview governance, and of course with adoption and the whole part in the around it with all the figures of Super Mario. So it's really fun doing that, and there's a lot of work that I did with Jeroen together to make that, but it's in an bioscope, so it's in a film environment. So I think it's really nice to have like Super Mario content there. And,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I wish
in a
I could
fun
be there to
way.
absorb it.
I wish I could be there too, because I know that this event they don't record, so it's not live.
No.
Yeah, you can't go back.
No, it is not. It's physical. Yeah, it's in person only. Yeah.
Make it
Are you going to
exclusive.
share after the event so we can consume it?
Oh,
Okay, go for it. Good.
Perfect.
I can share the presentation if you like.
Oh, that's what you say. That's pretty cool.
Yes, we do it after the event. We don't want to get more than mad at us.
Oh, yes.
You guys are getting it before. We definitely got to get over there as a team. It's easier said than done, though, right? I couldn't even make a night, so how we're going to get over to Netherlands. It's not a bad flight, though. You could go through Amsterdam proper, and then from there you can pop over to Copenhagen. The airport is very easy.
Amsterdam is really big. Yeah, Amsterdam is really big. Schiphol is a large airport, so a lot of people are stopping there and popping over to another country. Yeah,
I spent a week in Amsterdam. Very good time. Had a very good time.
Oh, baby.
Well, we understand that we have a security event going on. We want to make sure he gets taken care of.
yeah.
We want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes.
We're going to have the grand finale of the show at the end of the month. Definitely pop in. We'll be more guests and everything. It's sort of like a round robin, and if you want to pop in, the invitation will go out. We really appreciate it.
I love that.
Take the time out of your day to be able to do this. Anything else you want to tell our listeners?
Please do the things that you like and don't stop sharing. Everyone share your story and inspire others as well. And keep rocking, everyone.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. You're more than welcome to come back and co-host.
This is the most spectacular show that I had.
No, you were amazing. This would be a blueprint. I think you were.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and see you at the end of the month, everyone.
We'll see you again. Thanks for joining
all
us.
our listeners, we're back at our regular time on Monday. Well, actually, we have a show
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Oh, somebody needs
Thursday.
to do
5 p.m. Eastern. Thursday. Be there.
5 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Bye
Everyone.
bye.